Now, I would like to invite our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Gurmeet Singh, Professor Kirtika, Head of the Department, Professor P. Tirupati Rao, Dean of Ramanujan School of Mathematical Sciences, Dr. Ramakrishnan, Director, Directorate of Economics and Statistics, and the program coordinators, Dr. Vidyanathan and Dr. Vishnuvardhan, to light the lamp and mark the beginning of this grand 3-day event. Moving ahead, I would like our Honorable Professor Kirtika Ma'am, Head of the Statistics Department, Pondicherry University, to solicitate the program by welcoming everyone. Ma'am, please.
Respected Professor Gurmeet Singh, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Pondicherry University, Dr. R. Ramakrishnan, Director, Directorate of Economics and Statistics, Government of Pondicherry, Professor P. Tirupati Rao, Dean, Ramanujan School of Mathematical Sciences, Pondicherry University, Dr. V.S. Vaidyanathan, Dr. R. Vishnuvardhan, Coordinators of Industry Institute Interface Program, faculty colleagues from the department and sister departments, resource persons from the industries, research scholars and students. It gives me immense pleasure in inviting you all for the Industry Institute Interface Program organized by the Department of Statistics, Pondicherry University. This program is conducted by the department to facilitate the students of MSc Statistics in enhancing their communication and interpersonal skills required for the internship and placement in the corporate sector. It also helps the students in decision making on career choice and gaining real data exposure. This industry interface program was first conducted in the academic year 2017-18, and after that, because of pandemic, we were not able to conduct, and last year it was conducted in the online mode. And this program has enhanced the placement of the students of the department in the reputed companies, both in campus and off-campus placement, like pharmaceutical companies like Zifo, Novo Nordisk, GlaxoSmithKline, Pfizer, then PPD, and some banks like BNP Paribas Bank, HDFC Bank, Federal Bank, and so far over the period of 8 years, 85 students have been placed with a median salary of 8 lakhs per annum. This is all due to because of this program. And last year, particularly for the 2022 batch, passed out batch, around 22 students were placed in the campus interviews. And currently also, the present second year students, already 6 students have been placed. 2 of them have been placed in Zifo, pharmaceutical company, and 4 of them have been placed in HDFC Bank. And other students are also now going for the placement opportunity. For all these things, actually, we have to thank our coordinators, Dr. Vaidyanathan and Dr. Vishnuvardhan, for the special efforts taken, particularly to organize this program and guiding the students in the internship and placement activities. So, it is my pleasure to welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Gurmeet Singh, for the inaugural function of the Industry Institute Interface Program organized by the department. Sir, we are greatly honored by your august presence and thank you for accepting our invitation to inaugurate the program in spite of your busy schedule. Your presence will definitely inspire and motivate our students. We are deeply grateful for your continuous support and encouragement. Warm welcome to you, sir. I extend a warm welcome to Dr. R. Ramakrishnan, Director, Directorate of Economics and Statistics, Government of Puducherry, for the inaugural function, and thank you for accepting our invitation to deliver the special address for our students. Dr. R. Ramakrishnan has a PhD in Economics from Pondicherry University, and he was the Master Trainer for Census and Survey. He has served in various positions in the Government of Puducherry, and currently he is the Director of Directorate of Economics and Statistics. I welcome you, sir. I take the privilege to welcome Professor P. Tirupati Rao, Dean, Ramanujan School of Mathematical Sciences, for this Industry Institute Interface Program. We express our deep gratitude to our Dean for his guidance to us in all our department activities. I welcome you, sir. On behalf of the department, I welcome all the resource persons from the industries and institutes who have accepted our invitation to deliver talks and interact with our students. I would just like to mention today's first session would be handled by Mr. Rohit Kumar. He is alumni of our department. Now he is doing very well. So he has come and he is going to share his experiences and which will help our students. I also welcome all the faculty members of the department and other departments, research scholars and students of the department for the program. I once again welcome all the distinguished guests and wish this event a great success. Thank you one and all.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your invaluable speech. So, you all must be curious what Industry Institute Interface Program is exactly about. Hence, let's call Dr. V.S. Vedanathan, Associate Professor, Department of Statistics, Pondicherry University, to enlighten us about the Industry Institute Interface Program.
The guest of honor, Dr. Ramakrishnan, the Dean, Ramanujam School of Mathematical Sciences, the head of the department, co-coordinator Dr. Vishnuvardhan, and all my colleagues from my department as well as the sister department and students. Very good morning to one and all. So, a short story of this IIIE, how this happened basically. Once we regularly update our syllabi, as you know, according to the UGC guidelines. Now, one of the guidelines that specified was how to bring in industries or how to bring in curricula in such a manner that the skills of the students can be developed. So, in 2015-16, when we are brainstorming in the department in what manner this can be done, particularly when Professor Tirupati Rao was the head of the department. So, we came across two things that we found that this has to be addressed. One is that can't we have some sort of a entire semester dedicated to the internship program so that students go to the company and get trained and that credit can be transferred. And we started that and it worked well. Some of the students who have got placed in companies, basically they work as interns in the company and the company absorbs them. So that was the first thing that we did. And of course that was not open to all the students. Satisfying certain credit requirements, the students were able to do that. And the second thing is because most of the students are not able to go to the interns and get the internship in the industries, we thought that why we cannot bring in the industries to address the students. So that was the second thought we had, and that is how this IIIE basically started. So the main idea behind this IIIE program is that to bring in industries, particularly industries that work in analytics domain where statistical methodologies and techniques are applied, so that we will ask them to come and make a presentation, and of course we will have a discussion part where the students can get to know what is the latest thing that is happening in the industry. Of course we tell them to talk about what are the placement opportunities available and what are the skill sets that the students should have once they leave the campus. So that's the basic philosophy behind this particular program. And as was mentioned by the head of the department, we initialized it in 2017. That was the first year, and it's very happy. I have to share that the first edition of this program was inaugurated by our Honorable Vice Chancellor. It was in December 14, if I remember, 2017, when he just assumed office. So with his blessings, sir, we are able to continue this. And the second edition happened in the last year during the online. We are a bit skeptical that how this will go in the online, but yes, because of the students' cooperation and the interest by the students, it went on well. And in between these years, we had 3 industrial visits that is organized for the students. And this year, we plan to organize an industry interface program. So this year, we have 3 days of sessions. As you know, we have 2 analytics company which comes in. One is UB from Chennai, which is going to have from 11:30 to 1 o'clock, and Mr. Rohit is our alumni, who is a lead analyst there in UB. So he is going to talk on that, and we have Global Data Insights and Analytics, which is basically a Ford analytic company that we will have in the 14th of December in the morning. And then we have 2 pharmaceutical companies that come. One is Nova Nordisk, which is from Bangalore. It's a 100-year-old company who is going to address us in the evening of today. And then we have Reliance Life Sciences, one representative from that is going to address tomorrow. And then we have this Atal Incubation Center, which comes under the Niti Aayog of Government of India. So that basically the startup grants, Government of India has much schemes for startups and make young people to become entrepreneurs. So we have identified the CEO of the company has agreed to address you. So that is the third one. And we have one Purani from Happiness and Success Academy. She is a trainer, and we asked her to train you, at least tell you something about the soft skills as well as the communication skills and how to face interviews, how to prepare for GD. So there will be one session on that. And then we will be having two sessions from our reputed as well as a professor who loves to come to our department. He is Professor M.B. Rao from the University of Cincinnati. He makes it a habit whenever he comes to India. He says that visiting Pondicherry is in his agenda. But during the pandemic time, 2 years, he was not able to come. This year, he himself told that whatever program he organized, I am ready to come. So he is addressing us. Basically, he has been a consultant to many industries in his institution. So he will be talking to us. Now, before closing, the success of this program is because of two things. The one thing is the students' participation, which was tremendous in the last batches, and I expect the same to be there. So you need to have some sort of bit of interaction with the people from the industry. So that is what I expect personally as a coordinator. And the second part, why this program becomes success, it is the motivation as well as the inspiration that we get from the university authorities, particularly from the Honorable Vice Chancellor. Sir, I take this opportunity to thank you once again for blessing us in this event, and your presence means a lot to us to carry forward such type of activities. Hope this program will be a success and you guys will enjoy all these things. Thank you.
Today, we have gathered in the presence of some incredible minds who will inspire each one of us to seek big goals, and I gladly call Professor P. Tirupati Rao, Dean, Ramanujan School of Mathematical Sciences, Pondicherry University, to give the felicitation address.
Thank you, organizers, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Respected Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Gurmeet Singh Ji, respected guest of honor, Dr. R. Ramakrishnan, Director, Directorate of Economics and Statistics, Government of Pondicherry, my distinguished Head of the Department, Professor Kirtika, and my distinguished colleagues, Dr. V.S. Vaidyanathan and Vishnuvardhan, and all my distinguished colleagues of the dais, Professor Rajeshwari, HOD, Mathematics, and all the faculty members of both statistics and mathematics departments, and the core group of this program is my dear students. Really, it's very heartening that with a dynamic academic leadership of our Vice Chancellor, when he took the charge in 2017, November 28th, our department is the first department have organized an official program, this Industry Institute Interface Program, for which it is so coincidence that our department is the first department which inaugurated the programs at Pondicherry University. With his blessings, and we witnessed lot of development in placements. Initially, when I was HOD from 2014 to 2019, 5 years period, it was initiated in 2014 onwards. Vishnuvardhan was made as the placement officer. Vaidyanathan is the coordinator for industry interface related. Both were struggled together, strive hard to invite the employers where the talent of Pondicherry University has to be extended to the industry. In fact, our department is working with a core orientation of tracks, TRACKS. What it stands for? T stands for teaching, R stands for research, A stands for administrative related, C stands for capacity building, and K stands for knowledge enhancement, and S stands for skill development. So as a part of it, Statistics Department of Pondicherry University, the students of Statistics Department of Pondicherry University, it is a diversified mix and diversified distribution as for geographical, as for the career orientations also. Most of the people, they are opting higher education so that they are excelling towards research. If it is not out of occasion, I would like to remember the words of Professor C.R. Rao. Almost we consider our God, living legendary. Professor C.R. Rao, once he said, now the society is so crazy towards producing the people at a clerical staff. So universities have to work for the development of science, then only technology will have its growth. Technology without science, it's not the correct. Therefore, he wished that most of the people, not only for these technically oriented clerical jobs, but they have to go for research. New knowledge has to be contributed from higher educational institutes. That was the message given by Professor C.R. Rao at that time. To keep that point in our mind, we made that we are giving lot of priority towards the research also. As a result of it, we have produced 25 PhDs so far from Pondicherry University and 300 plus research papers from the department. So these are the tracks in research. Shall I complete? I will make it. Okay. And coming to the parameters measuring the department's performance is in terms of placements. So Vishnuvardhan has reserved all applauds to make industries the placements also. Just now our HOD mentioned more than 85 people recruited from your batch. So we are from administration side also, around 6 to 8 people got selection in various service commissions, primarily with ISS, and majority state government selections as statistical officers. So administration side, research side, this data analytics, skill development and technology related, we have contributing enough and making our level best with the motivations and encouragement of our academic leader, Professor Gurmeet Singh Ji. So with these few words, I thank organizers for giving me this opportunity, and I would like to thank Professor Ramakrishnan, Director of Studies. He was one of the Board of Studies members when I was HOD, and at that time he has introduced that internship when anybody made internship, there are 2 credits for that. Our syllabus was created in such a way that first 3 semesters we complete all our teaching related. 4th semester is exclusively meant for your internship. So that is the thing we are adopting. So now I am thinking that we are yielding the fruits. You are the now at beneficiary end. Make use of the resources at Pondicherry University, more specific to statistics department. Wish you all the best. Thank you one and all.
Thank you so much, sir, for the felicitation address. It is an honor and a privilege to have our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Gurmeet Singh, with us today. I heartily invite him to deliver the inaugural address. Please, sir.
Good morning, friends. I am very delighted to hear the word to deliver inaugural address, because so far wherever I have been going, they have been saying we request him to deliver presidential address. It sounds very hierarchical, that I am something big. I am one among you. I have been also a teacher. I have been a professor all my life, and I have been teaching students. So when somebody says presidential address, you don't feel very comfortable. So that's the thing, and I am always very happy to come for such occasions where some sort of a vibrancy of the department is reflected. And maybe it is a coincidence, I don't know, or it has turned out to be that way, that the first program when I joined, which I attended, was in this very room, and that also was very well attended. And the direction in that was such that people after that got very many placements, and then we embarked on that, and I don't think we ever looked back after that. So good, I am happy to see. Yes, I joined, then I went back to my university for settling my lab and adjusting students, research students and all, and then after a gap of 10 days, I think I came back, and the first thing immediately after reaching here was in this very hall, this very auditorium. So it's a coincidence maybe, and after that things have moved on. So I am happy to have Dr. Ramakrishnan, who is from our Pondicherry government, from Directorate of Economic and Statistic Survey or Department, whatever way you call it, and Dr. Rohit, who is going to be the next speaker here. And of course, rest is Dr. Tirupati Rao, Dean, Dr. Kritika, Dr. Ramakrishnan, Dr. Vishnuvardhan, and all our young faculty who are sitting here for this program. As I said, it's a delight to be around. Let me tell you for 2 reasons. One, statistics is a department which is in the demand not only in our country, all over. And I thought of suggesting this to the department, that 2 of your young colleagues can be deputed maybe for 2 days in a month, when they can go around the industrial houses and explain to them that this is what our department is, and we'd be happy to send our people to your department to your company for internship and subsequently placement. This is the way you bring a kind of a vision for your department all over. It is known to all industrial houses in and around that here is one university which can come to us for our assistance. And this is needed because so far, in my own personal opinion, the industrial houses, they don't have too much of confidence in university system. They think that they just come, sit in their room and imagine something and they keep doing it. They are far away from realities. It is not so. 2-3 examples I'll give you which will prove my point. One, in terms of nanoscience, when you look at the first nanoparticles which we prepared, my department was a part of it. Way back in somewhere around 96, 97, we were in the stage of characterizing and this and that. People never thought that it will take a big leap in a span of 10 years. From that, we moved over to bio-nanotechnology and then to medical nanotechnology and then finally to targeted drug delivery and a host of applications all over. So if somebody says, no, it's 50 years it took to do this and we'll take 100 years, not possible. I am just telling you, in a span of about 10 years, this took a big leap. The other 2 things which you have seen in your own lifetime probably, in the last 10 years again, one is the music industry. Gone are the days we had those big spools and tape recorders and huge machines to listen to the music. Now you all know that how much of this storage we can do in one pen drive, and sometimes when you buy, they said 5,000 songs, 10,000 songs, 40 hours of music. It has gone a sea change. We never thought of that our wonderful music systems of Sony and Samsung and whatever you have in your drawing rooms will become absolutely redundant. If somebody goes and tries to sell it, people don't buy it even for 1,000 rupees, 1,500. I have a beautiful Sony system, but it's lying there. Because now if I look at my own phone, I have everything in that. Any singer you put in the word, you get it. So this is the second thing which has happened during your time. Third is about photography. We used to have big cameras with films, and then you will say 36 photographs are there, be conservative, don't waste photographs, and then we'll go in for, you know about all that, colored photography and whatever. And what a sea change it has gone. In your mobile, I can record everything, and the recording has been as good as any of the professional cameras. So this particular part that I'm mentioning, it has taken not even 10 years, less than that. From whenever you buy a mobile, you find that they advertise the camera is of that capability, even in dark it can take pictures. All this you would have seen in the last 3-4 years. So every 2 months you find a new model coming up, and there is an advancement. Do you think it is the company engineer who is doing it? It is not. It is we people who are sitting in our labs who are doing it. Same is in the area of statistics. Statistics so far was a subject people thought they just sit in there and read one of those very good classics called Statistical Methods by Weatherburn, and they read and they do something on this. They don't realize that we are magicians. If you want to see real magicians, what a magician does? Something you will find that is from his pocket a sparrow will fly, or all kinds of things, a big cloth will come out of his pocket. It is some kind of an illusory thing. It's he will say, oh, I am late. I am not late. You look at your watches. So instead of 9, it will be showing 7 o'clock, and you will all be baffled by that. That's magician, isn't it? He does that. A statistician is also a magician, let me tell you. They have such brilliance that 100% they can make it 0, 0% they can make it 100. The data can be juggled in such a way that in Parliament you would have seen, even when we are moving towards the negative side of the progress, they will indicate in such a beautiful way that people will clap in the Parliament. Oh yes, our growth rate is 9.8. It may be 6, it may be 3. But they put the things, and this jugglery, who does it? Statisticians. Let me tell you, economists will not be able to do that. They will only provide, this is the population, this is the growth, this is the income, this is the GST collection. How to put it in the plate and put it to you is a statistician's job. That's why statisticians are valued all over. And they are needed because the real picture of the story is given by statisticians. If they are serious, if they keep their documents properly, let me tell you, I put a very strong sentence that the country's growth depends upon how statisticians keep our data. This is the beauty of this subject. But unfortunately, statisticians are relegated to secondary role. They say economic survey, economists, scientists, doctors, they all look up to them in our society. But when it comes to statisticians, we don't even know what statistics is. I don't have much time. I'll put some lighter moments for statisticians. There are beautiful quotes about statisticians, which if you listen to, you will really enjoy. And that is a subject where you are in. And that's a subject where you are in a university which provides wonderful ambience. You are in at a time when statistics is looking up. You should not be surprised. The way I have given you the examples of music and photography and some of the science subjects which have grown of late, you shouldn't be surprised that even the next 3-4 years, statistics will be number one where everybody would be looking up to. And you are in that situation. You are in that situation where this subject is taking off. We celebrated Professor Rao's 100 years Recently he's in US. And after that, people around started working on the concepts that he had thrown open to the public, in fact, through his research. And it is for you. One is, people, I have spoken to many students in statistics. They will say, sir, I didn't get into that, therefore I am here. Sir, I wanted that, I didn't get it, I am here. Don't take it that way. You take it in a manner that you are in the subject which is going to put you wherever you wish to. I am not saying wherever you wish to, I am saying. If you have a particular ambition, you will reach there. You can take yourself to that situation, provided just take it a little seriously, work for it, and sky is the limit for you, because every company, starting from number one to the rock bottom company, they all are looking up to statisticians that how best to manage our systems. A country which has kept the statistical data very properly, I will name, Germany is one, Japan is another one, Korea is a third one, America I will not put it in that bracket. They have kept their statistical data so meticulously that this is what has helped them to have a long leap forward in a very short span of time. America has 250 years they have spent in reaching this level. Korea has started in 1950 onwards and they are here. Japan started in 1950 onwards, and you look at, they are the number one economy. Germany also started very late, and where they are, everybody knows about it. I am not giving you the example of many other countries, but I am saying if somebody has kept the data very properly and they have been able to analyze in a very right spirit, that would decide the future of the nation. And unfortunately, in our country, the first 20 years after our independence, you can read and prove. I will see that what I'm telling is a fact. First 20 years, up to about 67, we were not very careful about what we are doing. When census will take, just count the number, don't bother about how many males, how many females, educational background. People will just go and do their duty. Sometimes we'll give it to even school students. We were not taking it seriously. Agriculture production, we never bothered about collecting the data, who is producing wheat, who is producing rice. It was there, but in a very loose kind of a collection. The moment we started looking at it, the first data in agricultural side, real data, came up immediately after Pakistan war. And that is where we came to the light that we have this much land, in terms of figures, if I tell you, we have 80% of the area, how much we are cultivating? 40%. Why? Well, we had never thought about it. So it was that Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri who said, have you ever imagined how much land we are wasting on both sides of the railway track? It was amazing data. And statisticians, they did collect, but our government never bothered about it. So when they took that part and they did this, that's a point I want you to study. From that point onwards, they said if we reach certain level in the next 10 years, it will be the greatest achievement India can have. But let me tell you, in the next 3 years, we achieved that from that point. And that point onwards, we started on our food security program and other related areas, medicines production, our milk production, our management of storage of crops. All these things started. And this started when the statisticians became active. And then there was a statistical commission, parliamentary, planning board, planning commission of India. And there used to be an economic member who would be appointed, who's somebody who's very senior, celebrated with all kinds of degrees and awards. He may be at a stage of his life when he would be standing like this and may not be able to read 2 pages. But from that point onwards, they started having statistics member. They started appointing statisticians, so much so that with the passage of time, there's a full section which is devoted to this. That is what is needed. And you are in for that. Every company is looking for you. Every state is looking for you. You are in the best of this. Only thing is you start creating interest, and maybe you will be able to open your own endeavor if you have too much of this, and people will look to you. So I wish, I am happy that a Interface Institute Industry Interface is a part of the program of the department. We are doing it every year, I suppose. Continue doing this. This is the need of the hour. And once we do this, industrial houses will develop confidence that yes, universities can deliver goods for us. They are the ones who can serve us in the best of the ways, and they will put you there, and you will work for them. That mutual interaction will start in the right direction. Programs of this kind, when you organize, this sets the tone. This gives us the direction. This shows us the way. So if you do this, don't think that, oh, such a small gathering, what are we going to do? It is from this small gathering that ideas get generated, message goes around that, well, we mean business, we are doing this, come to us, we will do this for you. So this is what is needed, and I am sure you are in for a right growth, right direction. I compliment the department for taking this initiative. In my opinion, it's a very important initiative. All over I'm saying, all subjects I've been highlighting, that industrial university or industrial institute, as you call it, interaction is a very important one, and you need to do this. I compliment my department, and I wish they continue to have this, and wish the program a grand success. Along with that, I wish all of you, the youngsters who are sitting here, all the very best, because you are in a subject which is the subject. People say economics, I'll say no, you're a shade ahead of them, and consider yourself lucky, and I wish you all the very best in all your endeavors. Thank you very much for inviting me.
A very good morning to everybody. First of all, I'm happy and thank the Department of Statistics for inviting me for this Industry Institute Interface program. One thing, first of all, I want to make it clear. We have some of the points which I was thinking in mind was already covered by your Vice Chancellor. We have got a very good future and opportunity. And many of the students, when before some 8 years before we started this internship program, and before that, one of the major statistical thing in the government is the Indian Statistical Service. It is an all India service, and we have got 4 or 5 people, right from Dr. Siranjeevi, who did internship in our, that is the first batch of internship. He is now an IAS officer, and he has become a Deputy Director of Statistics, and he is working in Bangalore now. And 4 more people have also qualified. It is one of the very prestigious service. So you can all aim for it. It is one of the best and foremost service. You might have observed when Vice Chancellor was telling that the statistician has got a very big role. I used to recall my days when I joined in the department as an assistant director through UPSC in the government of Pondicherry. There are 2 things I observed. One thing is that statistician has got a very good potential in understanding the economy than anybody else. The more you interact, the more you get information. And I can even call it as statistical intelligence. You may be having police intelligence, better than this is statistical intelligence. Why? Because previous years, you might have heard about Dr. Kiran Bedi, was our Honorable Lieutenant Governor. She used to say in very big public meetings, she was the number 1 Lieutenant Governor who gave me much importance for statistics. She used to say everywhere, if you know what is there above the carpet, anybody can give. What is there above the carpet? A man people can definitely say there are papers, there are water bottles, and only one fellow can say what is below the carpet is a statistician. This is not my words, it is the word of Dr. Kiran Bedi, who has got a lot of experience in doing a lot of research and then observing the economy. So that is where we are standing. What do you mean by that? How do you know? Because we never go and say how many things are there, but we go beyond. We understand what is there. That is, in a very different way, we are the best observers in the world, observing what is happening. That attitude you have to develop even now itself. See, basic statisticians, basic work is collection, then we have to compile. And the best part of statisticians is to present it. How we are able to, that is what our Vice Chancellor was also telling, that statistical jugglery they will do and present it so that people will understand what it is. So presentation is more important. And we are gaining, earlier statistics department is one of the departments in the government of Pondicherry, but statistics department now it is a prime department in the government of Pondicherry, because I learned the thing in presenting the things, that is help them in making analysis and then come out of any issues that arises in the governance. So that is what you have to do. So you have got an official statisticians, you have got a very good role, or we have got a very good opportunity to appear for Indian Statistical Service examination conducted by UPSC. I think many of you can. I want, so far I think 5 to 6 people have qualified from this department, and I want every year 6 people should come out from this. Major contributors or major people selected in Indian Statistical Services from Indian Institute of that is ISI Kolkata. That is where they are coming from. And I had a very good opportunity to have our, because once I joined here, we have got a junior certificate course and senior certificate course in statistics. They used to train us in official statistics, where I had an opportunity to sit with Dr. Iyengar, who was a very famous statistician, and 3 important works they have given us when we do it. And one is the basic thing is that understanding the industrial economy and also understanding the agricultural economy of India. Both the things we have got, they are the main contributors for our economy, and then collection of industrial statistics and then collection of agricultural statistics. Both are very, very, very important. And there are a lot of opportunities in terms of official statistician in many of the statistics. All the state directorates have got Directorate of Economics and Statistics, where statistical people's role are very important. We are, see, it is not an observation that we do in periodical intervals. Every day observation is being done. We are collecting price data from the markets every day. We are collecting area enumeration survey of agricultural statistics every day from the field. Because my leg has been put in all the forms of the entire unit of Pondicherry, at least 2 to 3 times. We have visited the field, we observed it, we do it. So agricultural statistics collection, industrial statistics, both are the main requirement for an official statistician, where of course in industrial statistical collection, I was just talking to Mr. Rohit, he was telling that, sir, we do a regular annual survey of industries, where we analyze their financial statement and then balance sheet and all. But they are all pakka made by the auditors. But being a statistician, I also told him that these are the ways you can go inside and see what has really happened in their balance sheet beyond the financial figures. There are statistical figures. There are, I don't call it as a statistical figure, let me call it as, there is a statistical intelligence which we can definitely employ from our statistical mind and find and cull out the information. So our Vice Chancellor was also telling that every disaster happened, then some kind of data gets developed. Now Labour Bureau of Ministry of Employment, they have started doing 4 important surveys about migrant labourers and then labourers, and there is the seasonality in the employment of labourers, and then payment and then salary received, and then their contribution. That is number of hours they have contributed. That 4 important surveys we are doing it. Now we have started it. Only one basic issue in all our thing is that the cooperation and the support that we are getting from government side. There will be support, but nowadays cooperation from the people, from the fellows who are going to supply us the information is a little bit getting deteriorated. But I used to say, once you convince them, you can get the information. 3 things are very important for official statisticians. One is that we have to know what data we are collecting, for what purpose we are collecting. Once we know, they can convince the people and get all the information you can collect. Many of you might be very familiar with the NSS various rounds of National Sample Survey. This is one of the very basic survey which we are doing it, and we get information about the society, their consumption preferences, their medical preferences, lot of how they are spending their money, spending their income, and what they are doing. That is one of the really a very big source where the information which we are collecting is one side, and the experience in collecting the information is one of the biggest experience or biggest thing which a statistician will never undervalue it. Because last 1 year back, we have got a World Bank team visited Pondicherry, and then they said that they were asking me, how many households you have visited, sir, in your 30 years of career? I was telling them more than 10,000 households. Then they say it is a very biggest thing which an official statistician in developed worlds never get an opportunity. So these are the things. Being a see, one important thing which definitely I will all request you or insist upon you is that don't think in a very different way. You have to value your own statistics. Why I am saying like that? When we value statistics, we will provide very valuable statistics which will be valued by others. If we don't value the statistics which we are collecting or which we are relying upon, then which we are giving, people will not value it. This is the basic thing. A statistician, people used to say there is a lot of corruption, that all. What do you mean by honesty for a statistician? Especially an official statistician. I define honesty for a statistician as we have to go unbiased to the field, we have to collect the data without any bias, and then we have to produce the unbiased data. We have to do it. That is the honesty for a statistician. So that is being done. So we have started in a very low priority functioning in the government, and now we have reached, we are at the no state government in India or the central government in India nowadays functions without official statisticians. So they value our work, they depend on our work. Only thing is that the more we take the work, the more we are valued. That is the only thing. Because government, nobody will you. If you do work, they will, okay, they will ask. If you don't do work, nobody is going to question it. But once you do and then prove your statistics is of value, that will definitely yield you a very good result. That is what I am getting it now. So that is what I have done it. Then regarding, sir, for the past 3 years, this internship has got disturbed because of this COVID. So I request all our people, we have got a lot of things in analyzing it. See, I went to Seminara University, I was also telling you, head of the department, and I was able to give a lecture on, I gave a lecture on statistics for management decisions. See, there were 27 people. At the time it was Seminara University was started afresh in Bangalore. All the 27 people, they were all engineers, software engineers, doing perfectly statistical business. They are doing price analysis, price fixation for OPEC countries, oil pricing, and some of the people were doing this investment planning in various banks. I saw one fellow who was employed in Grindlace Bank, his total salary perks was 80 lakhs. That is 10 years back, I am saying. He is perfectly an MSc statistician, and his perk was more than 80 lakhs per year at that time itself. See, because he was a very good analyst, and he has served in the infrastructure division of World Bank. That is what, so opportunities are really there, and statistician with very good analytical background, we are in need of them, especially for price indices, construction of price indices, then construction of industrial indices. There are a lot of, I think I was also happy in talking with Rohit. Many of the statisticians, when we send them for industrial data collections, they will be very limited knowledge they will be having about various phrases of these industries, like working capital, fixed capital, and then what are the stock, pro, everything. But once you are familiar, because in our office only statisticians are, every year we are conducting annual survey of industries, we are analyzing the balance sheet, we are analyzing the financial statement, we are analyzing the entire production structure of the industries. Now 4 areas we have opened up for data collection. One is disaster statistics, second is environmental statistics, third is gender statistics, and fourth is behavior statistics. These are all we are collecting it. Now these 4 areas have become very familiar areas where we are, statisticians have started doing a lot of roles than scientists. Only one thing which I found it when I was interacting with many of the industries is that now the software engineers are taking the job of statisticians. But I appeal to you, please, you take your job and prove that you can better do than software engineers. Being a software statisticians, you can do wonders. That is what my own request. With these following words, I do thank Professor Tirupati Rao and also Professor Kritika Madam for giving me an opportunity for coming and interact with you. Of course, I have asked Madam in the next seminar at least give me one session so that I will analyze what are the opportunities available, how the people can get themselves qualified for the demand in the market. That is what I have asked them. Once they give, I will be happy to present it, because there are lot of areas where we can do wonders, and you can earn more than what a software engineer can earn, provided you have got analytical background in applying all the statistical techniques and not only analyzing it and presenting it to the managers or the MDs of the owners of the organizations, where once they use your statistical analysis and their main aim is to earn profit, and it is helpful for them to earn profit, and you will be number 2 in the organization. With these words, I again thank the Department of Statistics for giving me an opportunities. I also welcome you that we have got a lot of programs and you can join with us, especially in terms of construction of price indices. And then we are also now, sir, we have got a program that is a Government of India supported program now. Of course, I am not doing it, IT department is doing it. It is UTH, United Data Hub, where we are compiling the information of all the citizens of Puducherry, UT of Puducherry. On the basis of various, they may given 3 bases we are keeping it. One is their ration card, so all the particulars. Another is their ration card and then linked with their Aadhaar, and then ration card, Aadhaar, then their electoral roll, electoral voter ID card. So these 3 things we have linked it, and we have developed a database. Now I am going to do one door-to-door survey, where my department's aim is that name a state, we will give you all demographic data and information. Any state wise we want to go below level. So that project, what we are proposing is that National Informatics Corporation, they are going to do the GIS part and software part. So we will be collecting the information on the basis of the Android mobile phone, where we will be going to the household, first catch the GPRS. We have got enumeration blocks of censuses that will be digitized. Then we will be going there. First we will, each and every house we will ask them whether they have got their ration card. Once the ration card number is entered in their mobile phone, all the data, ration card data, then electoral data, and then Aadhaar data which they have given will come inside the enumerator's mobile phone, and other information which are not captured on the three important route, that will be filled up by the enumerator, and we will be generating it. And Government of India, on the basis of the Government of India has already given permission, on the basis of the permission that is to be obtained from the Government of Pondicherry, we will be putting it in the public domain. So if it is done, that will be one of the greatest thing which a state in India can do it. So that is what we are planning it. There we are fully utilizing the digital thing for collection. Of course, Government of India utilized the digital collection through mobile app during the last economic census, but it was not, they gave it to CSC, sir. One basic issue is that they are not employed the statistician for collection. So in spite of all the digital equipments and all, the entire culling out information or collecting information from the people have got only 50% was successful. So now even we are unable to finalize and release the result because of now even the Ministry of Statistics, now they understood that the statistician has got, they have to do the work of statistics. Now this is one of the learning we had when we gave it to outsource it. So I do appeal all of you, don't give your job to software engineers. You enter into the field, you prove that we alone can do, and we can do better than anybody else. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your presence here today. It is a blissful experience to have you here with us. I would feel really grateful if we could have Dr. R. Vishnuvardhan, Associate Professor, Department of Statistics, Pondicherry University, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Respected dignitaries on the dais and faculty members of the department and sister departments who have made their presence here, my dear research scholars and student friends. So good morning to one and all. So before I start my proposal of vote of thanks, let me start with a quotation which I regularly take on any statistical platform, that the job of a statistician is not something out of the world. It impacts each one of us. So we are so responsible for every report that we generate out of the data. Okay, so now let me start the vote of thanks. So on behalf of the department and on my own behalf, I am here to express the sincere gratitude to many people who have supported us and collectively made this event a mega event and a good inaugural session. So first of all, let me thank the university authorities for permitting us and granting permission to conduct this event, a 3 days event where we have given an opportunity to interact with various industries. And I would like to place on record and our sincere thanks to Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Gurmeet Singh, who has made his presence in spite of the busy schedule, and he has given us a valuable words and with his energetic feel. Okay, and then I'd like to thank our sincere gratitude to Dr. R. Ramakrishnan, who is a Directorate of Economics and Statistics, Government of Puducherry, for gracing this occasion and having accepted our invitation to be the special guest of this occasion. Thank you so much, sir. And I express my sincere thanks to our Dean, Professor Tirupati Rao of Ramanujan School of Mathematical Sciences, for being here with us and his continuous support and encouraging words to all the activities the department does. Thank you, sir. And our gratitude to our head of the department, Professor Kirtika, for her moral support and the drive in each and every item or activity that we get into the
aspect what we have to do. Thank you, madam, for that support. And I'd like to thank my co-coordinator, Dr. Vaidyanathan, for the focus and perfection of conducting each and every minute task of this industry interface program. And I'd like to thank the industries particularly who have shown their interest and they were eagerly ready to participate or interact with the students. Since this is the third edition that we are trying to do now, so every time when we reach out to the companies, they have readily agreed and they have extended their support not only in the industry interface but also sending the brochures or flyers related to competitions, hackathons, okay, and some of your seniors or final year students have participated in that. So that is a good rapport or a kind of a bridge that we get connected between industry and academia. So that is expected. So this event has made us to witness such kind of a communications. Okay, so thanks one and all, and thank you one and all for making this event a mega success. Thank you.